Hello. Today's topic is one that I think is fairly urgent, and that's why there's no frills. There's no uh, corny opening the roll top, seeing what's prepared. Very simply, we had a power outage. It happened a couple days ago in the big snow. Some of the areas on the east coast of the country have experienced their snow, maybe Saturday or Sunday. And of course, it's a big deal because it's the area that's heavily populated. And when it happens to them, the rest of the world is supposed to stand up and take notice. Congratulations on getting some snow. Anyway, what I wanted to address is something I think is fairly important and vital. If you, like we experienced, have a power outage, never let that power outage go to waste. It's a learning experience. I think there's a lot of the solid prepping channels and homesteaders and those types who will be echoing what I'm saying. I'm not trying to echo them. This was something that when it happened, I knew right then and there, within moments, that this was the opportunity to find out what works and what doesn't. Well, for one thing, the lights didn't work. That was known right away. My wife had just retired for the evening, and I was still sitting on the couch and I was looking at something. I think I was still on the laptop when the lights went out. They came back and they went out again. They went out and they never came back. I knew, because I'm an electrician by trade, that there was a device that was trying to reset. It was trying to get the power back on. And it stepped through its process of trying to power, and whatever the fault was, wherever the line was down, whatever the cause, it was something that had to be fixed. Here and now, I'd like to make a shout out to the Alliant Energy linemen who went out in that storm. It wasn't terribly violent. It was, maybe it was because it was a heavier snow, but something failed nonetheless. I don't know what that was. My electrical company did not bother to tell me what caused the problem. They just sent me an email telling me that it had been fixed, and that I appreciate. Anyway, what I want to show you right now, and briefly, is my after action report. Basically, I recorded the facts. 10:20 p.m., power failed. 11:50, power restored. That was pretty darn good, pretty fast. The house was at 68 degrees by the time that the power was restored. No big drop because we only run the house at 69 degrees. This is, in essence, a debrief. I made several mistakes. One, I had left one of our alternate sources for heating the house was in the garage. Our garage is unattached. The last thing you want to do if you no longer have heat in your house is start opening doors and letting cold in, because now you're losing the residual heat that's in your dwelling. There are successes and there are failures here, and there are lessons learned. My wife made comments that to her maybe didn't mean anything, but to me they meant a lot, because it helped me to realize what holes we have right now in our preparedness for power outages or loss of heat. In our situation, of course, we are on natural gas. The gas was still on, but the furnace couldn't run because I didn't have a backup for the furnace, and I didn't have it wired where I could plug that furnace into the alternate source. That's an area that I need to focus on. Successes. All of my O-Light flashlights were successes. O-Night, a success. This little light right here is a USB light. Plugged it right into my little jackery, and I had good visibility everywhere I was going throughout the house with this little, and I could have hung it up and illuminated a room. I need to get more of those. I'm not going to go through everything, but as you can see, I learned a lot. Never let a power outage go to waste. And here's a question for you to think about. Are you prepping for misery, or are you prepping for comfort? Never forget that some of the people in your group will maybe have special needs. Some of the things that we were able to run with my Blue Eddy EB60, or EB70 rather, I purchased it primarily as a backup so that my wife and I, who have CPAP machines, could sleep. If you haven't rested in a crisis, you'll be one of the first to fail yourself. You won't have the strength, you won't make good decisions, and bad decisions will end for you in probably not well. Anyway, just briefly, I want to encourage you to always take advantage of any kind of life-changing event. Thank you.